Welcome. I'm Patricia Sargent, and this is Into the Writer's Cave, the show where we chat with fun and fabulous authors about their stories. Today, we're going into the Writer's Cave with fan favorite Donna McMeans. Okay, so we have our lightning round, it's 5 questions to get us deeper into the mind of Donna McMeans.
Oh, gee, don't go there, but go ahead.
So the first question is, night owl or early bird?
Oh, I'm night. I'm definitely night. I don't go to bed if I'm, my preferred time to go to bed is probably about 2 in the morning.
Whoa.
I am not an early person.
Not if you go to bed at 2 in the morning.
Oh, exactly. You got to get your sleep, right? And they insist, especially these stupid spam calls that you get, telephone calls, and they come at like 8 or 9. It is extremely irritating, but definitely, or if you have to go to like a conference or a workshop and they want you there at some ridiculous hour, like 8 o'clock to register. But I show up. just stay away for a little bit until I can become civil. So I'm a night owl, definitely.
Oh, that's funny. Coffee or tea?
Neither.
Really? What's your drink of choice?
I don't like coffee at all, unless it's coffee ice cream. I like coffee ice cream, but I do not like coffee. So, which makes me some abhorrent person, apparently. Tea, I'm not really a tea drinker. I like iced tea. I usually, when I go to a restaurant, I'll get iced tea with lemon to drink. But I don't drink hot tea. I have a ton of it in my cupboard. I feel like I should. I don't drink hot tea. It takes too long to make. It takes, you got to steam these leaves and you got to add stuff and you got to strain. It takes too long. My preferred drink is Diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
Or just plain water. Any of those two, preferably though the Dr. Pepper. With some difficulties, or Diet Coke. But no coffee, no tea.
Okay, quiet night at home or evening out with friends?
Evening out with friends. I'm a social person. I know you can't tell that from this video. I do. I love to be with people. I love to go out to dinner. I love to go dancing.
Oh.
I'm a dancing queen. Well, I used to be when I was young and thin and all that, but I love to dance. I just like people. I enjoy people. So in whatever way I can enjoy them. I like that better than a quiet night. Oh, a quiet night and has its good points,
but your preference is to socialize. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, what's your writing ritual? How do you get into your story world?
I don't know if it's really hard to get into my story world. And I think the best thing to do is you just sit down and you start writing. And that's what I do. And I know that when I do that, it's going to get thrown out. It's not going to hit the final pages. You got to get something on that blank page so it's not blank. And so I just sit down and I start writing.
Excellent.
I had, notice past tense, I had preferred hours of the day to write. And for me, that would be early afternoon. To have lunch, sit down, start writing. I really like, as long as it's not tax season, I really like to sit out on the porch, on my back porch. It's covered, screened in, and write out there. The reason why it's past tense, I hope someday I can get back to that schedule, is now I babysit my grandson. Right. My husband and I watch him 4 days a week. And my house is now like a daycare center. He is adorable. He's 3 years old and he's adorable. And I know that this time will not last, but we watch him from 11:30 in the morning to about 3:15, 3:30 in the afternoon, which is my prime time for writing. So, oh well. So now I'm writing in the evenings, and hopefully I got a lot written when he was sick for a week. away and he had a cold, and so he wasn't around. I did get a ton written on my most recent novella. So, every now and then God smiles.
See, I think that's called keeping it real, Donna. You love him. He's the apple of your eye, the joy in your heart. But when he was not feeling that well, I got a lot of stuff done.
I have this theory, and I think that God made these kids when they're 2 and 3 years old, especially 3 years old. He makes them gorgeous. They are walking angels. Their faces are just, and they smile and they light up your life. And that's because otherwise you'd kill them. Because they get into so much mischief, and they learn the word no. Not necessarily, they at one time they knew it from the parent, from the adult saying, no, you can't touch that, you can't do that. But once they hit 3, it's like, no, they can say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go to the potty. I'm not going to, sit down. I'm not getting my way. Let me throw a tantrum. We'll see if that works. And it's a stage I know that he will grow out of, but right now that's where he is.
Okay. When you're not writing, what do you most enjoy doing?
Well, here's the problem. I guess it would be watching my grandson. That's what I'm doing if I'm not writing. I used to paint.
Oh,
did you know that? I used to paint.
Yes.
I painted with acrylics, and I really enjoyed it. And I think if I wasn't writing, that's what I would prefer to do the most. I've also done some counter cross stitch, but that is hard on the eyes. And at this point, I need everything I can get out of my eyeballs. But I miss painting. The problem is if I were to start a painting, I would feel guilty that I wasn't writing.
Oh.
When I'm writing, I don't feel guilty about anything. And I think that's kind of what says this is what I should be doing.
I agree.
I was meant to do. But every now and then I miss the painting aspect.
Oh, I could imagine. Well, Donna, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. Before we leave, is there anything in particular you'd like to say to our viewer readers?
Well, yes. You think I'd have nothing to say? Of course I have something to say. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the readers out there, because, you're the whole reason that makes all this work. You are the role models, and it doesn't matter what you read. You're the role models for the next generation, because they are not reading. They have other things that are competing for their time. There's the game playing, role playing with games, which was way after my time, but apparently that pulls a lot of kids in. All the movies, TV shows, they stream from 100 million stations, and the fact that they see somebody bypassing all that to read a book, I think is really incredible. I think readers are the smartest people. They are the more optimistic, hopefully, depending on what your choice of genre is, they're the more optimistic of readers, because if you read, especially if you read romance, who of course are the most intelligent and balanced people in the world, and optimistic that good things will eventually come out. You just have to bear with the bad, and good will come out at the end. They're the best. I love being with romance readers. So thank you for being a reader. Thank you for being here today and spending some time with me. Oh, and do I get to say something to the writers out there?
Yes, please.
Okay. Don't give up. Hang in there. You can do it. When I wrote Mrs. Brimley, it was rejected by everyone. Now, at the time when I wrote it, traditional publishing was about the only kind of publishing that you could do. I got rejected by everyone. So much so that I decided to write Bound by Moonlight. But you never know what's going to happen. This book ended up winning the same national, big international Romance Writers of America contest for unpublished authors. The next week I had an agent, and I had three potential publishers. The book went up for auction, for Pete's sakes. Auction. My very first published book. So hang in there. You never know. You just never know. And enjoy the journey. Because, you know, and it's hard to say this, Patricia, I know you can identify, because you and I were going through this together. It's hard to identify that you're writing and you're getting rejections, and you're not too sure what's wrong, and you have to make them better. And then if someone were to say, enjoy this, you'd think you're crazy. But it doesn't stop. Once you've published, then there's other things that you have to achieve. There's other awards that you might be reaching for. You're always reaching for the next big thing. So enjoy the journey, because it's great. You know, I love it. So thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone, for spending some time with me. And
actually, first I want to say that both of your messages, the messages to the readers and the message that you provided to the aspiring authors, are very well stated and very important to know. I've heard this quote, readers are leaders. And I agree with that. Readers,
I think that's true.
Right, critical thinkers, and writers should never give up. Donna, before you try to slip away, we're not going to let you go that easily. Can you tell our viewers how they can find out more about you and your excellent stories?
Oh, yeah, I guess that would be a wise thing to do. You can find me on www.donnamacbeans.com. Don't forget the A in MacBeans. MacBeans.com. That's my website. And when you go there, please sign up for my newsletter. I give away books. You will be the first to know of new releases. Hint, hint, one's coming out soon. You'll get the first look, insight into new releases, and it's a fun time. Also, I'm on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me, there's 2 sites on Facebook. My daughter set them up, and she didn't think to distinguish them by name. So they're both under Donna McMeans, but hopefully you'll realize one is like the personal one that's for friends, where we can talk about anything, post anything. And the other one is more of an author site, that's where I put writing related, what's happening, workshops in the area, that sort of thing up. That's not as much fun. The other one, and usually I do have a peacock feather is my brand, so look for the peacock feathers, then you know you're in the right place. I don't do Twitter, I don't do Instagram, so it's Facebook or nothing, I guess.
and your e-newsletter. So,
my newsletter, yes, monthly. I send one out monthly.
Well, Donna, thank you so very much for inviting us into your writer's cave. I've really enjoyed this time with you, as always. And thank you, viewer readers, for tuning in to this episode of Into the Writer's Cave. I'm Patricia Sargent. You can find out about my books at patriciasargent.com. Please join us next time when we speak with another fun and fabulous author. Until then, happy reading.